3 minutes after 2, live on Asempa FM. Emergency Subio Yatanasi the Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem. On a Monday afternoon, a brand new week, a brand new day. Thank God for life. Thank God for sustenance. Thank God for grace. We thank God for enablement, divine enablement. Say a tinkwemu ane ono nyame adom. Mojedi emu fusane techema da bodwemu a na asenkoto ne yedema ne din. Arafo no mom yemom emfa nase emanyame. Nyame otiase. Yetena se ye adom bi keke. Efi sa me kopim se no nsia ne fa ebebo. Kayan ho ne yemfa Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem. It's Ghana's biggest and the most authoritative political, social, current affairs talk show. The multiple award-winning late afternoon political talk show, the CIMG radio program of the year 2018, and of course the Ghana Journalist Association political program of the year 2019. Ekosiisen live on Asempa FM, 24 after 2. Media Saibonso from Yobi. I humbly serve as host of this award-winning program with support from a solid production team. Dominic Kisi Yabua, Nana Chumberema, Jackson Osain Tiamoa, Eric Opari DJ, and Queen Star Japan, and the big man himself, the man behind the performance, Omai Hene Kwabena Sante, Watana Sedada, Enche, the M'Ahiasem segment, no Ebe Brema. And we are privileged to have a solid team. Inti so who say Ekosiisen Nyoma Ekoya now the Nasiama Nipa Hodwa Mabubo Wondi. And of course he sponsors and they ensure that our show is live on air. Sounds of our time, voices are Yaboma Munyina no and you make boy me a no bremo any Agbeve Herbal Center or the Mona soap and a Mona cream abejaso. Seminar in Nkuma here be papa in Canada and amponsa ifa pharmaceuticals meaning so what you wundinda omuna ye FPAC tablet and a FPAC junior FPAC so the name free tete your OMV and Sons Limited omo the puncture safe our puncture safe here permanent puncture sealant your pompi go car tire muma wa no car tire na enjubio into puncture party on the puncture ton kwanta mapai bepebi and your momo milk and momo milk powder brutal M'Ahiasem segment is when Chibia de Bremo EcoBank Ghana, the Pan-African Bank, Sasem Pharmaceuticals, Awake Purified Drinking Water, Rockstars Roofing Systems, 21st Century Clinic, almost the sciatica aspect, and Ostec Properties, yen Sasira, Omunina Boy, the M'Ahiasem segment, no April. Yeah, one-on-one interviews, I when him say about Ekosiisen a reference point for all the big interviews. And in some ebayema baby Albert Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem. And the interviews are so 1 hour far and hoka a heavy insecticide spray and coil and napa foods. HEPA Plus mixture, a map and a consolidated Bank of Ghana. We stand with you. Yeah, the discussion segment no every and also Franco Trading Enterprise, Phones, Papa Fie, TCL, The Creative Life, and a Dependable Herbal, producers of Adom Malakio, and a Global Lighting Center Limited in Kania Papa Fie, Omode Boy, the discussion segment, no, Ebrema. Yadamunyanase. And buckle up, let's do this together. Ekosiisen is airborne. Tell a friend to tell another friend to tune in to 94.7. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. Join us with all your thoughts, your comments, your observations. Don't be a passive listener, be an active one. Come through with your thoughts. And Muamutie, we affiliate radio stations in so me and Namwase. We appreciate you a lot. Especially new ones, Ababekan, Okoko for Radio, Afima Radio, Oko for Radio, India Chako for Radio, Mainina, Mamunina, Akwaba, Oko Jokwa, wo, Omanse Unim Jokwa. Unim Jokwa. No, I wouldn't have anymore.
When we say minimum, Babu Payum, no, should I service? I don't know.
Unimo.
A dinner and a boy or dana, so Uncle Sonny baby.
Oh, minim Jokwa. And also
Jokwa.
Oh, my.
No, a dinner and a boy, a year day, and I Jokwana away.
Heman, lower danger. Minim Jokwa.
The case are prinking, as I say. Well, I don't get it. What's and then
Minim Jokwa,
a breaking here, such as a
Minim Adecro. In the record Jokwa, Bankam Radio, FI and Jumedi Live.
Chile, we are saying Funtu Fun and Fudenchen Fun and Fu, only know for your barco, and so moody Diana Mopre, as a Chinese.
Now, okay, what did I say?
Mabusa was him, the
Okay, Mentiase.
problem you to us.
In the middle of Musa will be
Yanko Jammy, now was Simon, as such as a
young Kujamina was Simon. Oh, sir, no dear. Uber Sujan, I'll be sharing Quam. Say, Bibisa.
Sanity, and I say, Bibisa, Mentias you. Sanity, and I say, Bibisa.
Young Kujan says, Brother Boamia, the answer over Jack and time when he asked
Yanko Jammy, now was Simon, as a Chinese saying,
I know much of me. Sabba Boamia. Oh, Baba Jack in time when he asked, as always, will be Piami Crefree or no Baba Befa.
Kukuru ni Jaya, Kikaki can to be Jaya, as I say.
As I just Kukuru Jaya,
Kikaki can
be Jai. Sir, Uyemi Bibi, maybe I'm a react now complaining. No, my cat will jai the away and I mean some reaction in the Major.
A count here, not count, as I say.
A cow mine here and I can't be.
Do you have a tabu ni trade chana, as I say?
Do you have a tabu? Ni chai chana.
Yeah. Na ni chirimwana. Ni chirimwana. Saudi nakafo ebe dinkomo.
No, minimba.
Inti ngoma ni bi na
me breaking it down.
Do you have a tabu ni trade chana?
Yeah, me say about how to break it down. No me. The minimum no sana watch.
Oh yeah, a member of parliament okoka yeah. I catch as yanka ya wa hano. Do you have a tabu ni trade chana? Chiremu was mentiase msiyanko enim.
Okay, mentiase yanko ye.
Onti eno ase. About you say wo hoyi ebe to dey.
And in Tony.
As I say.
Oh, such as ono papa tenten pa na nye wafe no no. Wanyi sen.
O ti bi den.
Ono wo tenten pa na nye wafe no no.
So oni be futu a ko wuram. Ko ka kira akokofre dey. So omra fi ni nwan akokọ. As I say.
Such as ono unim ho anka wo sra apro.
E wo di wi asoso ho. Unim ho aga dey.
Anka wo sra apro. Se bibi sa.
Se unim ho a.
Anka wo sra.
Anka wo sra no.
Empro.
Because ka be ho am na yi.
Amana yi.
Wow, for the first time what shock me. What am I doing? Say unim ho a.
Anka wo sra empro.
I was with all the
Abeboya. Na se me start me dey na church mu ana.
The only baby bia no me sure boss be ti nchire mu abero. The only baby bia o se achi kura be your den ti say kuntu hwan ya hefa na eko.
E chia na eko.
Oh was able to wire there. Eh, say wo tu ye crossing this.
Oh yeah, me crossing it. Me crossing it, me fi man so mo say.
I see. Ah.
Wow. But abebuo a good.
Very interesting.
Nyansa adesua bebre na otobo etimi etiase.
Ada ponchire ni be wunu.
Ene be hu ne tenten.
Ase chese.
E pray better ne kankan be bisa.
Kasa tenten wo hoy entoponko.
Entoponko.
Ase chese.
That just say wakudi ade na no na se obeto ato ne jai kasa bebrebe.
Humani suma minti na de.
Atwemi no nam.
Ase chese. Ko wanim.
Onyonko da na woda enti.
There be humani suma minti na.
Atwemi no nam.
Ase chese.
Ko wanim.
Hoy enye me huda. Ase chese.
Eno enye be.
Nti wo se odi awo fom to aso. Na odi o se bo super o be kuni po.
No me pe ba ko bi pa hwe se uti ba ye se den o se obeprawu nso na
oso mpafe. Yeah. Wo no so be so mpafe.
What repeat be no nchire mu. Chiremu obi anga be repeat be no.
Na me na waka ba ma.
No so what repeat be no.
Uni mpafe.
Chiremu.
Me se uni mpafe.
Minim endina me se chiremu.
Oh, problem. That's the problem I have with you.
Oman unti me popo wani mfa chrebenim chrebenim osi obepra wo nso osompa chrem
wubu no kura no hu bodada o sa sabe ewie o sa betita agum etu kwa da nka kura agoro ye yimu
ase chere no
o so me chere o mu agoro ye yimu o so chere se anka hade ka ma mesa adoa de atwa to kura ka ba wie aduane ye pamu o se ka o de stew kakra so so bra me a etie no agoro no ye yimu etu kwa ye na kokora na jaje o sa chere
chere ka
o
obepra wo nso
ono osompa fe
eno ase chere na wa
ono asem kura na da ho dada ne nkan wie yi o sa ba tobe
menye sure
It's me from Medina Conson so getting so ana.
Okay, you be see so anke hye o ma.
Na say dey yin ho ma. Ya yin ho ma. Say ye wa de papa bi ma wa. Ka bra wo sha ase dey sebu ma. Nya say afi na ugusu a wo wia na ye ba ka che say ye be dabi. Sanka ya wa de papa bi ma wa ne ya anke ya dada. Nti ma na yin hye o de ze masa hwehwe ba bi na. Dabi.
Agro ne be ye da.
Na ano no.
E sha ase anopa.
Anopa tutu na nke sha ase. So what I say, I go in bed then. So we be me pia. Ye den.
Ye kojaw.
No. Ye fa we kra nyi uku apema.
Apem ebeba.
Enye body apemu. Enye apentu.
Asante kotoko apem.
Apem pim no besaba. Enye ebi ese.
Ba won say eba twabe yi so en de me ya.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Twabe yi so de.
Twabe de na don ma ko pepe. Twabe si don ma ko papa. Ti se kuntu hwe ade wo so ma na twanzi no. Wa ko ne kama pa.
Onassis Kobe, a faraway USA, or say Chese Abebu Mreni. You guys are funny. Or mine is a bully. He should simply explain. Stop. Onassis, thank you. We say, let me see the other ones we have here. We say, Jokwa is my hometown. Jokwa is in Dentra Kingdom. The late or therefore Buamponsam the third. Amamre Ifri Dentra. Ain't yes, the late or therefore.
Oh, sir, Gaji Kromia Jokwa.
Okay. Yeah. It's more like the traditional capital for Dentra. Wait, so Omahine asked you about Bentemprem.
Futu Dencha Funefu. One in there for your backo. And so did you no more pray.
And only Bentemprem, no.
There be minimum dioka. Who pompons you? You can't pompons on him. One time he see, ye, Radian. Or say Bentemprem, quiet Cassia. 1 minute or so. I don't know. Oh, minute or so. Benny and I was it again.
Or say Bentemprem, quiet Cassia. War 1 minute or so.
There be,
and yes, I
but
okay. Where's he over you, Obi? Ukuma Pema, Fabo and Pissy. Good fellow, and anyway, Abba. Where's catch your mind, and say, ye pa, ye be hunty.
It's a chichibua,
now ye chichibua.
Ye pa be hunty, a chichibua, what I say. Huh?
Unim, minim,
well, unimboa.
Dabi.
Yeah. What be your problem? One year, dear, be a hodma. If I say, the muddy bone, I see a one disika. Yeah,
a shame.
Yeah. Bribia, the non say, Yachitri, my man, I'm gonna. Baujibre.
Yeah.
Now, be sunny, at the corner open, obey. So what I say.
Inti, or say, catch ye pa, ye be hunting
a chichibua.
Na ye chichibua.
Yeah. Sikabotona muddy bonus, you know. Also, movie, I'm more to children. Yeah.
I think so. Ye nambe no sum fidia.
I nambe
ye nambe no na ehwe.
Eyo so aniati. Ye nyina na akwa movement. U fa machi.
Na onkwa
na onkwa wasi akire boko no akwa afa ho. Na ona akoka afidi nim. So as I say, and no very important be. E de anibre greed eno no. Selfishness, person kuminya. So anibre no no na de sa be we de ba no.
Ye nambe no sum fidia.
Ye nyina akodokwaye. E so say abenu fufuru de. O person o kire say abenu kura na wokoto free India o say hefa bedua enti no kura o fa kire fa etu mbebe 20.
Ba we no say esi asem so esi one man no chop so meboa.
Oh baby.
One man on the bene buy o. One man no chop na dey buy say Obama in Poko.
Say Obama so happy o. just a sinner so
yeah one man no
by your name chop crona asumasi adi agya ne ntie na we bia so obi abedi no
ose baby anyankopon bo na mpɛsie
ehwa pepe na bonsam so ono so ehwa momone no it want the temptation what it is telling you that the Christian journey is straight, but on that straight path nankasa no ubon say along the journey no there are a lot of temptations bebre oh sa kwan so eno nti no say bia onyame ebo na mpesi obetimi nya kobi momone betimi nya salmon salmon so enambro sam kwan so pepepe if you are not steady ubon say one money na afi yakofa asen foforo haba yeah
ebeba akon so a eheme de o ma no say daachia 70 na ye do kotokwadu a ye jam ho ye jam ho
tie wan nyina ne sem ye this one by example say wo de bia da sika bouncem de bia da don hwiri bia minute ba ko bia second bia sika ba na everything e bouncem itie ye say de bia da no sika ba den ebeba daachi wani beba ho so no na sika na stop no wantimi ankora sika ni na afia kofa asem foforo e de abra enu nti na odokoto a so ati ase mo modia no watu simpie bia den afam ho said de be ya other ones ne say a wo ba wachi kura na unim se wo ahoto so bia den e wo ho iti painful de na ye ferisi ye be kasa na ye betutu ye medi ni ye bedi yankasa adwan these things no is one identity that we continuously have to really push it and push it well and if you be that nakafo and you could get black one it's very important when you miss the history you miss a lot of things but when you also deliberately misrepresent the situation it causes unnecessary chaos so at as inti mesre sadia ye obeka se bia inti obi timi ka o se fadie ni owo de fanyina mo wu dientia se mepa me fa tribe no crown so at as mepa kwabena sante mepa jibodi mepa asumasi sa same way pa betumi de eneka me wu crown kampe it tells you people's integrity so at as inti yadi utimi se asem ya kato so we wanu ba bia enye en course so what I say ebinum so born out of cowardice shame no to me stand is what could say money see way power to me there or journey or a coward
suicide
or a coward or a coward
another one we say a dimanson ye chino wo trimu Fieron I me we ni say asante na wachiro say ya wona ma yenhu ni na we say okay Obi Honorable Hawakum scene is dredging all the drains in Kaswa and its environs, so kindly talk about it. In all its 20 kilometers drains, Honorable Hawa is too much. Okay, we hear you. Fusaini Salifu or Kaswa Zongo. Let me see. Where you say Obi? Okay. Obi, you are very smart. Omahine wanted to use another champion song to trick you. Nana Ponsabedi.
Or the marshal from say Bram.
Where's Twa Ebe Yusu Ebida Wenumwa.
Anya Yima.
Dabi.
And I say Ebida
Wenuma. And I Twa Eben.
Ebida Wenuma. Dabi, Ebida Wenuma. Anya Yima. And I say Twa Eben. Dabi. Monsa Moya Hodom no. I think one area crowd will be a share more. Any ahemfo no stages I do from and son by your henny. Any a sunny munchi. Also bit me sign or the Saturday pam. No, I didn't dance, no, I pam. Now, if we did not know a cursing pam. No, I chitrate, no, the premier would say, by 9. So what I say, has no money in Anno. I'll say Gibre. So what I say, who could share a man as a mecha. What wrong? A bit of no more, and I want to be a ebony. Say a bit of no more, and I want to be a ebony. I don't get mentias here, but to be fancy, to be a ebony. Okay, the operator Samuel Walajo, thank you so much for coming through with this one. And Chayebenya Honorable Okujeto Black one and Obi say na Laura Cross ni tu domu. What you say?
Laura Cross ni tu domu.
Domu ni Emiriana. Emiri oh. The Jackson who sabawo ni da o. We say
phantom frame means mad. Atache.
Yeah, atache. Phantom frame. Mon chire emu ye phantom frame. Ejina baby o kase fi ba phantom frame mi nim say.
Okay. Alex Martins and Eko Foridia. Or say, Obi, Usika Swa.
Wasem Swa. What you say? Very important. I don't think as I says, Yen Big Joe, and then Emanimra. Big Joe, the Bema directions, Amiafa. But Thomas, you be your kind. Tiema, main country would say, Sika, Nya, said, ye walk. Sika, ye pampas. Sika, Muja. It's bueno. So, Big Joe Maya, said Ben Pepe.
Yeah. Usika Swa.
Wasem Swa. The old Kenyan womb papa. By a show, ye be a bini who can be by Morris be at Maya. Obi aba park G-Wagon si na
the ontre. Alright. Mami Efia could say Obi is Elder Omahene in there to expose you and please tell him those who sent him to you did not tell him that those who sent him to you did not find you.
Then they will be glad to match you. And then what my guy say, who never Mr. Wade would be fair.
All right, yeah, so okay. Auntie, what's trending? Said you catch him last week and it's deputy ministers list, no?
Yeah.
Yensa Aka list. Some of the names in there, no? Very, very, very interesting names. Yeah, they are no air chalky kakra because other trending issues. Any books, yeah, content, and social media, CCR.
Some books should be quick when I'm committed to judge them. And I'll only put about
no, I mean, honorable Kuya Tabla when in Comosis.
Me Musana Sem.
Vimate.
Sharp. Obi, we have a call.
Nyamia Dumon, I was where.
Nyamia Dum.
Great, or mine, our man sort you.
Hey, I kill mine.
A potential president.
Yeah, no doubt about
Oh, I had honorable Munya Sadiano because you can't say now. Muse mu pacho na ade no so be ya eno so mu chop problem asem ne say mame ka wenchiro ye ne onyina ne tu anamo ane ye ne nim ba bia onyame di wa bedu ene said we say impact Ghana ne mbabunu a lot of them mbabunu look up to you in fact Ghana kura no say ye kan mbabunu o matima a reform politically we cannot write you off enti ebe ye fe ebe ya kono say people like you omo sha se gidi no Ghana who party as member. I have no shame to say you're a potential president because you are capable.
President.
Yeah, so there's no problem with that. Yes, I'm your two dear mama. Mustafa Tamunji, Munin because not David in Yanamu, Joseph Yanamu should say, Komu de Nekosha Gatem. Or money who bow most no man not bear in any more. Inti, what bay, a Jumano, boom. You two because who know them. The crew not to check. It is well, I wouldn't trust you, Basaba.
Me who post. I think Enra late in the evening say what file urgent question our parliament say Minister of Education Emra na omra me yin sembi ano development bi a we on social media when ni answer da anye ho me pacho e ya sembe
Yo, medasi edikan my main chat here for you na me ndam was say my friend me no cresse Andra following the discussions on social media about two particular publications textbooks young color exposing young color to know. Now I just thought that I should assure the general public say members of parliament are your free voter region and idea we are not taking the matter up now as far back as Friday may file an urgent question on the issue now the information manya and it's the speaker the right honorable speaker Alban Sumana Kingsford back then were admitting urgent question and very likely say this week per our standing orders urgent questions are treated differently from ordinary questions and very likely say in Temara this week the honorable minister responsible for education Dr. Yao Osei Duchum will have to appear before the house to respond to the urgent question. And that was just to assure the general public. So the matter has come to the attention of the legislature and that we are taking the appropriate action. Now, Mihun said some other groups were so incensed, said they were even threatening, said they will
Ban the books, yeah.
And shops who are selling it, and then they are looking for the publishers and all of that. So the other concern I had by making public this urgent question was to calm down tempers. And I have even reached out to some of them. Say it's important for them to have confidence in the democratic process, because using the parliamentary question time, which is a very vital tool in the hands of members of parliament, we are able to use that to carry out our oversight. And at least that should calm nerves and then help them to exercise restraint. So it's not as though leadership is not concerned and that these matters are not, as it were, being responded to. Okay. I think Abua, because they had advertised earlier that Obudo go the burning spree, but the latest information in and it's based on urgent question. They have at least for now suspended those actions that they had threatened. And I think that it has really helped in many ways.
But I mean, even before some minister be parliament, the agency in charge, NACA, issue statement, NRA. And statement here and dated 15th March 2021. Now, essentially, the more can say the textbooks currently making waves in the media have not been approved for use in schools. And they list History of Ghana for Basic 6 by Golden Publications, which carries distasteful information about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and the CPP. 2. History of Ghana Textbook 3 by Bedun Cancer Publications, which features a song that shows the identity of errors. And 3. Golden English Basic 4 by Golden Publications, which displays Efo agrees to prepare juju for players on page 17. In each of these textbooks and others discovered on social media, the authors make inappropriate references to personalities and ethnic groups which are deemed unfortunate, distasteful, and are in contradiction with NACA's book submission guidelines and approval methodology, which guide the work of publishers and authors. Indeed, they make the point, say these books have not been approved, or my call authors to order, I'm more admit it, or my pachel, and all of that. And no, Emma Makoma Tomoyem.
Well, Yankase, belated statement, NACA trying to, after the horses have bolted, trying to see if they can also calm the waters. But let's be sincere. Usha Emrana, the Education Act, which created these new institutions, NACA, NIB, and giving more powers to the GES and other agencies under the ministry. The law expects of them to be proactive. So, we Juma or NACA, now NIB, as you do your inspectorate, you carry out your inspectorate and regulatory functions, and you know that you have not approved textbooks, because these textbooks have been on the market since September last year. It's been about 6 months. The question is, what did NACA do? And then NACA, all of these months. NACA, Etihosa, Ama, books way have found their way in our schools. The children are being poisoned, they are being miseducated, and virtually nothing has been done all of these weeks. Mehu Kratabi and Naka, Echroma, one of the publishers, Bedu in Cancer Publications, the Omucho History of Ghana, dated 25th September. Now, Uka is our letter now. Naka, publication we know it has met the technical requirements. However, there are a few portions they have to improve. They expect them to improve those portions and come back. Now we need to know, sir, portions na naka raise concern about, did it include this? We need to know. And when you have a publisher like this that even has this kind of mindset, and they are able to even translate it into writing, put it on paper, no, as a publication, should they even merit consideration? Because NACA has NACA is under even no obligation to just accept that everybody is an author. You should have minimum standards. By my understanding of how the law works and how the whole quality assurance and gatekeeping role of NACA, GS, NIB, and for that matter, the Ministry of Education is concerned, no? These people do not even meet the standards and should not even have been entertained in the first place. Into the various communication available to me now, it's clear that NACA was not firm. NACA slept on the job. They derelicted. These books have really infiltrated because OSHA apology now, Bedu publications for no, Bedu in cancer publications or more.
Yeah.
They even fail to take responsibility. First of all, they should be telling us about if this is even your mindset. Do you go ahead and even write, publish it? That is one. Number two, they don't even take responsibility for the illegal conduct. Say, final approval. You only got an initial approval, pending final approval, and yet the book found its way onto the market, and you are not taking responsibility. Sebi books, no, do they have legs that on their own they just got onto the market? And then you must also ask, sir, as publishers, you were profiting from this illegal development. Because as I send my research team out, and we call the Rollins Park area, Accra Central, you get copies to buy. And my research team, the squad I sent around, just to check if even after all of these statements and apologies and all of that, the books have really been withdrawn. And I sent another team. It's available, still being sold. And somebody is profiting from these sales. The publishers have been less than candid because this is your intellectual material.
Yeah.
By all means, who benefited from the dividends, the sale of the book. When it comes to the profiteering aspect, no dear, you didn't have any problem. You were profiting from the illegal conduct. Now that you have been found out, we'll say, investigations, we'll name how the books got onto the market. All of these months, since September last year, there are more questions that officialdom will have to respond to. Despite these statements, let me even digress a bit. OSHA apology letter, they're doing cancer publication issue here. Insecurity is an apology of an apology. Even basic grammatical errors. Tenses are typos. They couldn't even proofread or more statement. And you ask yourself, sir, are these people who should be authors, who should be publishers for our children in school? Do they meet the basic minimum, requirement? Do they meet it, the minimum qualification? They clearly do not. Who said a Juma way publishing? No, it's not just about seeking to make profits. Your professors were in our universities. That's what they do. You engage them, but it appears now the floodgates have been opened. People are just rushing in to want to make money into Obia, a friend and home publisher. Do we really know when we call you a publisher? Do we really know what it entails and the kind of even staffing that you must have professors are kukudam, doctors. The English scholars, linguistics scholars, because words have meanings and words are very, very powerful.
Yeah.
Just one word can even spark a whole war. In the history of the world, a lot of conflicts. Just one word. One word. Shediesi or Rwanda. One word calling one group of people cockroaches. Look at what it led to. Millions lost their lives. And people think publishing is just some lighter business. You can just, it's all about making money once you can put some pamphlets together and you call it a publication. And clearly, this matter calls for a whole look at the standards again and regulators know the gatekeeping role, what must be done. Because beyond this incendiary and bigoted publications, so even other publications that seek to distort our history, Kwame Nkrumah, you see, now or a dictator. There's so many other books. Since this matter came up, I sent teams out and we've been buying these books. And if you see some of the content, you'll be shocked. And you can just tell, we are poisoning the next generation and damaging their brain. It's a very, very, very serious matter. And we need to now take a critical look at the whole, gatekeeping process, NACA's functions, and how the ministry can rise up to its responsibilities, assert its authority. And make sure, we do not destroy our children. This brain damage, mass poisoning, as I said, now let's put in place new systems. This should be a wake-up call.
Okay.
It is important, all those who are angry, let's calm them down. Yes, justifiable outrage. The uproar is legitimate. Now, so let it not lead us. We are one people. Wouldn't say Ghana, intermarriages, our boarding school system, right from Kwame Nkrumah or establishing boarding schools. It has helped us. We are one people, and we don't really even know the difference and see the difference because we even believe that beyond even nationhood, we should be working towards a united Africa. We don't even stand for these artificial boundaries. Berlin Conference, that is the vision of our founding father, Kwame Nkrumah, that many other Pan-Africanists subscribe to. We shouldn't allow these, a few miscreants who want to create a wedge, who want to, as it were, denigrate a particular group, to succeed. They would be happy, they are so provoked and they have gone on a distraction spree, and it fits into a certain stereotype that they wanted to create or put out there. Let's put them to shame. Let us prove to them, more matured, we are measured, and we love our country, and we love all of us, our friends and fellow nationals in the other ethnic groups. And let us resolve this matter in a mature, democratic way, peaceful way. I believe, those in charge of these institutions are level-headed. The Honorable Education Minister is level-headed. I expect him to come to Parliament and be sincere, candid with us. And let's see how we can all say, Bibi Krana, maybe there are logistical challenges and capacity issues, or NACA, and some human resource matters. And Krana, I say, you're strengthening. My research is indicating, NACA for no anka LIB as it's almost submitted to Parliament, which they have still not done. No. We can urge that all these things are done to strengthen NACA, build capacity, give them the logistics they need to be able to carry out the purging of the system, to withdraw all of this material, and then we can move forward as one people. Okay.
Honorable, we'll see how that will go. Inti se Minister Ba, said the name but already just an aside issue. Yerim say Parliament, the various committees, Parliament, are you still on the Foreign Affairs Committee?
Yes, I am.
As ranking?
Yes, leadership say I should continue to be ranking on the
Foreign Affairs Committee.
Yeah.
Which other committees in now also?
Appointments Committee.
Appointment Committee. Okay. And apart from Appointment Committee, Any foreign no.
No, for now.
For now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think one of the few third timers serving on 2 committees.
On 2 committees.
But because I'm ranking on the Foreign Affairs Committee, leadership believes that I'll be very busy and I'll have a lot to do.
Yeah.
And it's me, I am beyond these committees. There are many other roles we play, even in Parliament, as and when assignments come up and all of that. I'm always available to assist. Okay. For now, these are the 2 committees.
Okay. You see, Foreign Affairs, now why are you chairman?
Yeah, interesting question. Initially, late now you approve it. It was the Honorable Brian Achampong. On Parliament, I approve it to say, but the leadership of the other side draw me attention. Just a couple of days, Yabaho for the post-budget retreat. They drew my attention. Say it looks like the Honorable Champon would be needed more at the Communications Committee because of the IT
background
and cyber security background. Until there will be a swap. I'm hearing that during the week on the YESA amendment. So I do not know who will replace him as chairman
of the Foreign Affairs Committee.
Of the Foreign Affairs Committee. Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, my young nurse will be any best about being Comobio. Why? We wish you well. Yeah, that's a part. Okay. And Samuel Okuja Blackwa MP North Tongue constituency. Sadia Mote so no idea to Jan Rankin. Member on the Foreign Affairs Committee and a member of the Appointment Committee in Ghana's Parliament. And I'm going to say no AD and Komo. That's where we are with this issue. And Justin Saifa books cover etu hubio. It's really sad. Sir Bibisa it may happen. But fortunately, some voices of reason akasa. Mahuse publishers at the Chaupa Abba. I think going forward, NACA would have to take a decision whether they would take them out their list of publishers, because really, publisher be obey me. I dream be saying so the issue book on deserve crash of publishing books am I on color. And if they will be out of the list, I think the better na into me more yenyina and monsoa my madwin sanka mo kwashi books ne sa no. I don't think we've gotten there. You said yes, Honorable Okujeta Blackwa, there are democratic ways of resolving some of these problems. Now, a non say I'm going to lead into, and I think who say some other politicians say can simbi amini say ebeboa. Enti let all go the way Honorable Okujeta Blackwa Aircono. Let's calm heads prevail. Now you can solve a problem way once and for all. Man, that's where we are.
Yeah, very important. Once the son of my way, one who you know managing here. A chirasem no, ayana enya papa. Inti biribia dan. I like the calmness and the quiet fast or the din common. A hard journey say one unit. Tibiribia da sanji muni ba ayana emwa. You're careful. Yana a little bit careless. So ukra a sensitive position bia. Who said just a slip into Sanswa a bit to me ediaba. Obia who a juma oh yeah, wow ton a day or jum, wow a radio, wow TV show, wow tro and some more kratem, wow bemu, wow near bemu, wow magazine, wow cashin. A juma bia oh yeah no. Oh did that seriousness no attach here?
Yes.
Some of these things will not come for us to even talk about because you will be. Assembly told you say onyabo trekra ma yentimi enkyeregyere mu kase wedi enfonso ne ba na say na wa ginsem prekope because entuntum kra penalty fi akodeda na fra ma sa akoba aka tim de na say na the caution is not enough edu baby na maburu kokwan the whole asem no nyoma bi say ba certain degrees of punishment bi wa e will say ba so that yen say repeating some patcho because the next time no one here na sa chopper no anko wie nyina yi
because you see I can say your man Volta region House of Chiefs issue statement
you know so and I'm happy cross say for no they quickly de krata ba say enye timpo no na de enko yi bia no one twa say a publisher is not just a normal job.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not a normal job.
Knowledge
So
about transfer.
it's not a normal job. At the back, I hire as a man, so they continuously we distort our history. They say, which of the histories never near you? You bet to say, you a particular group in history, and you another set of group also history. So we should be careful. The country, line I here drawn is gradually becoming deeper. Into you're careful. Bibi a ye kasa titu efa ye ne ye ho ya mamre ho nipekuo bi ho no ebusua bi ho no enton bi ho no. These are sensitive areas. The least tripping no enkofa sem papa enye de.
Indeed, the House of Chiefs in the voter call said all the publications on the market should be withdrawn into Munyi
and they don't have a choice.
They conclude by saying, so finally, and in the event that this ill-advised publication is discovered anywhere after our demand for the same to be withdrawn from circulation, we hereby serve notice that the chiefs and people of the Ewe ethnic origin will take appropriate legal measures to ensure that these mischief makers walk on the right side of the law. Signed, Tobe Topre Hodo IV, President of the Volta Region House of Chiefs. Indeed, the ministry and NACA should take action. Now, I think say golden publications, any Bedouin cancer publications, they've overstayed their welcome. Me feel say we at the final straw.
Yeah.
They should be off the list of publishers for the Ghana.
Yeah, because we say, that's why all the time you find your normal. You go see them from so normal. You go see them from so normal. Oh, where they say one shot no yes, but kopim see about tinia bano to correct certain things. And your papa no. I'm sure maybe that will be sitting here to be doing this thing. Yeah, first from Pablo.
Pablo birthday and National Youth Organizer of the NDC. One of the youngest people to ever become MC in our history. Municipal Chief Executive for Ekriapem North. Former George Oparea do be na friend Pablo. And Osha and this youth be launch hashtag Pablo Day. Pablo Day. Pablo, happy birthday to you. Live to be 94.7 and beyond. It be free saying in the history of the NDC, he's been the best national youth organizer for the NDC. That's a tight one because I know Sir Harun Idrisu was once a national youth organizer of the NDC. He also did a really good job. Ludwig
Hodge. And also another Ludwig Hodge was a Hodge. Ludwig over from this year. Me your comparo no.
Ludwig Hodge. Ludwig. And also be a youth organizer.
Yeah, Ludwig. Yeah.
No, Obo Ejuma there.
Papa, very calm, but he worked.
Oh yeah, Ejuma.
Yeah, very calm, but Oye Ejuma.
Don't me also menya odenya. Don't me.
Oye Ejuma.
In the Ludwig, but and you so buy. Oh, guy back here friend is saying. Oh, guy, na Samia Ukwe organizer, no youth organizer. The Omoko Cape Coast, almost Mama Nankasa, Mama, a Yibekasa.
CD. The CD don't call them 1 year you crowd.
1 year is saying.
CD, they saw them. CD, them so much trying to jar more.
All the time, the National Youth Organizer. Oh, no, sometimes not wins who are joining the forefront. Your friend is saying, oh. Movie actor you cried in the same.
Dumelo.
And you're Dumelo.
Dumelo, the only neighbor has or if you could remove
John Dumelo. In Ubeka at that time, not John Dumelo swab up, in the party. He was more like the preferred in the CD buy and a CD free on a Pablo a buy. Ain't he? Yes, Pablo has done very, very well for the youth wing.
No, challenges a lot,
but he did his best. He did his best for the youth wing of the NDC.
My name is Naka for Bekasa because we was one or two observations.
Naka, acting executive director of Naka. We say, Vandal Obi, wish my wife, Mrs. Sheila Ankoma Abrokwa of Nswatreman Rural Bank.
Nswatreman.
And
yes, Nswatreman.
Oh,
me do ba call rural banks. You walk Kwamaman rural bank. Kwaman rural bank. You Kwuman rural bank.
Yeah.
You
Bobo di we nam so me bo me.
Oh chia na what the crash chain. National Assembly na be market for rural banks. America's man. There cars Achimangwa Biaja Ache papa.
Achimangwa Biaja is one of the best rural banks in Ghana.
Omo no muti nyina akwa Apex no. Say rural banks no akwa Apex.
Omo Bank of Ghana ne
Apex no.
Apex ARB Apex.
All right.
In Oba Western region yewo Ahantaman Rural Bank.
Na mo nya Ahantaman crank because
yewo Ahantaman Rural Bank yewo Fiaseman Rural Bank.
Fiaseman so agidin pa. In fact, in terms of performance, but once other papers no cover more revenue and all those things. Yeah.
In the Ahantaman is solid.
Yeah.
Fiaseman is solid. Lower Pra
Rural Bank.
Lower Pra.
Okay.
Yewo Amemfiman Rural Bank.
Amemfiman too. Amemfiman. Obro quite much.
Oh yeah.
Amemfiman. Correct. Amemfiman. That's correct.
All those rural banks, and the rural banks, they've done well for Ghana. Eh?
Very.
The informal
They've
sector.
They've stabilized that informal sector. No. Boja from the money on the pepe.
Obi also say Mumuadu Rural Bank.
Mumuadu Rural Bank.
I know what
meaning but Matidin. Mumuadu Rural Bank.
Inti Mumuadu Rural Bank. And your friend is saying
Kasiman, another good one. Yeah,
Kasiman Rural Bank. And no Western North.
Kasiman Rural Bank.
Kasiman Rural Bank. Yeah, wo Hey.
Odotobri.
Honorable Kojo Bajaman.
Odotobri ampa oya de.
Kojo Bajaman so say Asante Achem Rural Bank.
Oh, most of the Rural Bank nye de ba ko kra o. Asante Achem Rural Bank. Ah. To wa fa metuma sa agoro sa na de. Asante Achem Rural Bank. Ah, Honorable Kojo Papa. Asante Achem Rural Bank. Ah. No way you're there. No way about it. Asante Achem Rural Bank.
Ghana the Rural Bank be 500 because we say Tepaman Rural Bank. Say Tepa de wo. Say Tepa.
Yeah, Tepaman Rural Bank.
Tepaman Rural Bank. Ekumfiman Rural Bank.
Good. And also Ekumfiman. Bosumchi Rural Bank. Bosumchi Lake Bosumchi Rural Bank. Yeah. So specifically that
Edi yankofo de be no credit. Obi say Otuasekan Rural Bank.
Another strong rural bank. Another strong rural bank.
And you see Mumuadu na wo kan Akem Osino.
Osino. Yeah, okay. All right.
And
Mumuadu Rural Bank.
Kwawu Praso Rural Bank.
Oh, it's no man dem time no. Kwawu Praso na Asante Achem ni. Kwawu Praso. That's everything. I know G major na C major. Kwawu Praso.
Brakwa Breman Rural Bank.
Brakwa Breman Rural Bank. Yeah.
And now you walk Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum. Na Obi, what na badi dia ke benya problem o.
Aden. Na makadeng.
Na madam fi amana ni ba ya hu kusi o si kusaya na bezo de o cheche. Kusaya no dia de.
Na Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum is good.
That's not one amaken.
Na Suhum.
Imponia
correct. Imponia. Achuma Imponia. Imponia Rural Bank. Yeah.
And you say Ekuyapem Rural Bank.
Ekuyapem, yes, mintie dear, but me.
And now when himself call Western Yawa in Zemaman Rural Bank.
That means in Zemaman.
Zemaman, yeah.
Okay.
In your headquarters with Tikobo number 1.
Okay.
Close to Halfasni.
Okay.
And you want Jomoro. I think there's Jomoro also.
Okay.
Yeah, Jomoro Rural Bank and Zemaman Rural Bank. In the rural banks, Nadia, a does a man for so far the advert there.
And yes, Omuka Muyan for Mumrab up.
Kume woman,
Kumu, your Rabango.
Yeah,
Kumu
Rural Bank.
Okay, Kumu Rural Bank.
And you were in so, yes, it's my boy Shy Rural Bank.
Aguna man cry, understand Aguna man.
Okay. My boy Shy Rural Bank, my boy Fiaseman Rural Bank, my boy Hantaman Rural Bank. And Borimanga
Rural Bank.
Nanu na wahefa.
Borimanga minim baby oba minim se ebe mo area odun ko ho baby ase.
Borimanga.
Ana edbin pio. Borimanga. That the opam na free ono. Ade musuo bi na eba ho na say. Hey. Na o so say dey see.
Dun ko rural bank bi o.
Na o ka Borimanga say.
Dentraman rural bank.
U dentraman dey yin tumba Borimanga dey opia ko to baby. Dema area rural bank. The biggest in Ahafu. Dema. Dema.
Bank they say Dema area.
Say Dema ankasa yekuro.
Okay.
Enti Dema area. Dema
potem. Na no Dema man.
Eno kra nya wasem. De yepe. Bribia ba half one. You have a challenge. De yepe and ye.
Okay.
Dema area rural bank.
And I won't say sanke Derma Community Bank.
It's yeah, to them, man. You say,
Derma, I don't know, Flex new room. Derma Community Bank.
Antina, you know, over schools, there was something mighty Japas. Then son, man, Saturday and Pesa, flexible. You're born boom, 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 boom.
Okay, Borimanga, they say was Savelugu.
Okay, Savelugu.
Savelugu.
Okay.
In
Adansi Raban, Katie,
yeah, Adansi, yeah.
Katie Amon.
That's Obuasi area in Adansi.
Okay.
Inti, minim say Adansi man, and I say Adansi.
It's Reverend Michael Claude Boatin or Formina on Okaye, Adansi.
Okay.
You are dancing, and you are dancing, my so.
Okay.
Nibusa Adansi. I never dance, I don't know, but I think
okay. And Citizen Rural Bank.
Hey, Omo Papa. Citizens away.
Hey, but me edina nkofo bi de ba obi say amana noni rural bank. Da be nya amana noni. Spelling e wa na amana noni rural bank. Enti edu ade de me bi mu nso didi fafa ba bi.
Baby rural bank is by you.
Edu Asabre rural bank.
Enya wa krobi wo ha o defo bi tena ho. Ana na so odi bi rural bank ye de to no edu asa rural bank e be be possible. A bit possible. A bit possible.
I mean, call home now you need some banks needing everybody is there. So okay, Etiwa Rural Bank.
Dampon Cross Rural Bank.
Headquarters no Kwabin.
Minicrom. Let me say Kwabin there. Do you are no branch area.
Etiwa West.
Come Echo Kwabin. Just that Galamsey Trinity or Kwabin. Former Chief of Defense Staff.
Kwabin. Etiwa West.
Kwabin.
Okay. Mensaka.
Unu se minyi wo bolega Kwabin ana Kofodia.
Oh, sir.
Yeah, sir, beyond the sorry. Ana Ebusiano, ebi free Kumawu, ebi free Kwabin, and ebi free have Kenyas. It was the identity.
Yeah.
And the Bassa, I mean, I mean to be male. A Bassa did you and they met me a bear.
Okay. Kwabi Brim Rural Bank and so on.
No, Kwabi Brim, ya cho,
a swim.
no more team cry. Kwabi
Brim,
yeah, no more Hakotokorada. Zebi, Venomon Vipers, and 11 wise.
11 wise.
And a Kwabi Brim, so almost our teams, you know, more hard.
Togbe Tepre Hodo the fourth. On your Volta Regional House of.
Don't make a mistake. Ubo Dina, that's the problem you have. Togbe, Yamon Togbe.
Okay.
Hopre. Just make sure you lose that thing. Hopre.
Okay. Hopre.
Yeah.
There be a Tepre. Yes. Hodo
okay.
the fourth.
Hodo.
Yes.
Hodo.
Togbe.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Fantastic. I just read a statement from the Regional House of Chiefs in the Volta region signed by your good self. And
that is correct.
Yes. You draw the attention of the nation to some books currently in circulation. And essentially, you're making the point that all the books should be withdrawn from our market, or else you take appropriate legal action. Explain further to us, please.
I am not saying, I'm saying that the offending material that is contained in the book should be taken out. I mean, and if you are going to take it out, it means you're going to withdraw the whole, textbook from circulation.
Absolutely.
That's what it implies.
Okay, so are you saying when the books are withdrawn from circulation and the offensive material in there are taken out, they can bring back the books into circulation?
They can bring back the book in whatever form. We don't give we don't care about that. The important thing is that the offending material must be taken out. Yes, that is the point we are making.
Okay, so yes, you are paramount chiefs in the Volta region. How offensive is what is contained in these books?
Don't you see the offense involved in this?
No, I know, but because you are.
Why would you ask me?
No. You know, he who knows it or he who feels it knows it better. So because you are from there, I just want you to. There is everything wrong with that.
Good. That is the whole point that we are all making. Yes. We all must see what is wrong about that kind of publication. If you single out a group of people and make such derogatory statements about people, everybody should condemn it. That's the point.
We've actually done the condemnation already here on our show.
Yeah,
we
they
just
also apologize to the Ava people unreservedly.
Because they've issued an apology already. Have you seen a copy?
I have not seen any apology. I'm still maintaining that if the thing is in circulation, then that apology doesn't mean anything. That's why we are concerned. Why would the offensive material still be in circulation and then they tell us that they are apologizing? Apologizing for what? For keeping the publication still in circulation?
Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem.
We've made the call here on the show that probably the ministry should exclude these publishing houses from any future publishing contract. Would you want to support that call?
That would be in the right direction. Because if we are going to build a nation, we don't want that divisive material being taught to girls and boys in school. And so if the people who are perpetrating this kind of thing thrown out by the ministry and banned from further publishing such material, that would be a very welcome move on the part of the ministry.
So yes, for the people of the Volta region, I mean, following the publication of this material, what's the mood of the people in there? Since you are speaking to us from the Volta region,
naturally, we are incensed. You don't just classify people. You don't make such rash generalizations about people, a group of people for that matter. It's a most offensive kind of thing to do. I would not want it done to anybody in this country or any group of any ethnic group in this country. So it should not be done to any other group also.
Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem.
Okay, so yes, I believe once the statement is out, the appropriate authorities will take notice and then do the right things. We appreciate your time this afternoon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Right,
much.
bye.
So that's the president of the Volta Regional House of Chiefs, Togbe Teprehodo the Fourth, and Motesi Aneno AD.
Ebena ni ebubu na ehu hio. Unse berebre ama. Amane bia ni wa ebe.
Amane bia ni ho. The right things will be done
quickly.
Yes.
Obi quickly.
Every
and then again, you see, Obi say your man nipa responsibility. Now, you see some of these things, no. Your man kosa akeka.
No, wait a second. What's a kosa? I think the least we can do as a country is to completely black out those two publishing houses.
I say school they be ada omude munyapo.
Yeah.
So what I say. They be ada omude munyapo. Now, more teacher for the headmaster for any Mr. You're encouraging the kids to learn through those means now. And yeah, Papa. So what I say. Ain't Mr. Ghana, young Shasi, you see, Emrano dear, Sebi, Emma, I did about quite see JJ who crowds on my Obinam special. I'm sure so you've not exhausted this conversation, but we'll make them quick. And you say, Quite young, I red light. You came just like that. Just like that,
especially motos, no.
Just you would have motor just like that. Red as so. And so the panel tell you, I'm fan crowd. Red as so. Now him say, one necessary one ye careful. Now say one necessary bones a quabrania so crying. At once now near read this spiritual interpretation will be foolishness and stupidity. You say, I won't be the vacancy and the baby. Only in this part of the world. It is your man, you may be too normal. So as I say, when on America say, when it here, and Cabaya ni so. Now I have 3 years here, but Chiasso. I so train now, ma. That's where the problem is. If we take this 1, 2 for granted, big ones, by the time I anybody emotional, now you're correct here, now you're correct here, then it will turn into a different matter altogether. And I thank God. On this matter, in fact, they are talking from the angle, say, genuinely, almost say a mistake either, even though unpleasant, very offensive, almost kasa kwambia, HS almost the out there, and so I quickly, more rectify and confer problem behind it's mess Roby. Be share all responsibility, right from the cleaner through to the shoemaker, to the market woman, businessman, to the journalist or presenter, broadcaster, politician, man of God, to the Muslim, whoever. Every position is not little because if you say, oh no, we are little, you can spark it. Oh, you're bigger, you can spark it. Into yes, what we are lacking as a country is a blatant disregard for the rules and regulations of the game that we play.
Of the game that we play.
It's very serious. When you get to every field, oko doctor for field, doctor, oti doctor no when you call. Now din komo na patient no oti ho. Oko nurse for ni bi anim kra de any bobo kra, any obe because obo it's no news to them. Oba the body central dwuma intro to so what I say in so ho anim sensationalism, blackmail. So what I say and no na abefed man of oba politicians ma e tro die pa ni asisi ani ehunahuna. Oko police adwuma mu soja adwuma monko hwa galamsey so say peacekeeping. So where is the country heading towards? And if we be more do omo hagigi ni oma ensem fatem and ahenie combination team di hini wa Africa ase and akumawu and ase kwaben ensi o sikenti no destroy chieftaincy system no na bibia ye honyan sika keke. We are losing that patriotic bit no. We are losing it. And the moment we start losing those fibers, the bigger problem the brain has on mine. A typical example is that from the presidency through to the opposition party, through to the last person on this in this country, on this matter of social gathering, public gathering, or whatever, on funerals and parties. We have some countries say, "I'm paying revises and 25% private." On revise it. On revise it. On revise it. It's not true that private funeral nipa 25
private burials,
burial nipa 25 munshia. Now it's like no, now the interpretation is becoming upset. Young revises had the enjoy your whole party because remember tonight is League Executive Club. Now the presidency nankasano flout to emra no ankasa shamai. No, it's not possible. It's not. What is happening to this country? If we are not ready to just follow queue there, Jemu. Because there's someone a man for about live band. Live band or beer bass. Beer bass, ni pass a beer. My people are watching football. Yeah, but live band. It was his here. You old team go hunu so no a tiffin man from a country say na ho na hunu so me no nyina na hunu so no. So from the presidency throughout to the last person, a blatant disregard for the laws that we have just come out with. It's costing us as a country. It is the next address by the president on this matter of COVID. It's a Ghana, no. The figures are dropping. So that's why I say you will fear. And who caused them? It's the people at the top. The people at the top. Kumasi Asante Kotkona crowds of folk. We couldn't get to the stadium because of our so-called regulations on COVID. But what's the big deal here? Share any parties at weekends, a course. Me course or dance man. Offense when me ho na kwa kusi go right about now to aso akwa kukufuta. Because Christmas, Easter, I'm a baby. Tiamuti said there, she be any akwem.
And to make matters worse, we are saying those
No. And he humbly our appeal to the number one gentleman say, only look at, only review the confidence share because that's what they. That's what they.
I think to further give impetus to our call, say, two publishing companies are yedi omo honkomo you know. I was see a blacklist here, mono. Somebody just sent me a page in one of the books where you're reading book. When you say you primarily reading books in the whole audition comprehension. Now, title of this story, there is no water in the share. When was that? There is no water. There's no stereotype.
Yeah, Charlie.
Wulugu is a town.
Yeah.
There is no tap water.
Yeah.
The people who fetch water from a small river.
I'm asking myself.
And the well.
I'm asking myself. There is a bushfire in the area. The fire has burnt maize farms. It has also burnt rice and
farms.
You know,
women and school children walk to Puza to get water.
The children are late for Puza.
It's a long way from Wulugu. I don't know. Stories no money be to write the books and I say that.
A lazy approach.
But when too stereotypical,
now wait. Where's your story?
Yes, so primary one book here na your friend is saying akokɔ ne akroma yi sa story na ekwan and abrofo na sasa. I'm for the same story man kwala yin kan. Because this thing about I clearly where your golden publications, these two companies should be out of the system. I mean they should get out of the system.
When you do these advocacies, people think that we are super, but that's not the case. If we don't start correcting ourselves, why never correct man?
Yeah.
Why? I never correct man.
It's terrible.
So I just if we don't start, I hate to say Obi, say a bit my young hand, then me catch a minister. Wow, offer a question. What say? Where say the work who do you name in terms of car no do afa and I no pay a Timothy under bridge. Oh, it you ask yourself, say from Tema Obia and I see a motorway in touch over a bridge in pay. I'm a when you know bubu ma okay be car I'm a highway say for the America I see your friend minister about this way.
I do this slogan and underbridge.
Yeah, about do a Chimota.
Oh, about Chimota.
Yes. And a Chimota calling your first day new. See, this is about the 5th or 6th time. No money call a just run gra. Now, a year to teach you bicycles. No, a year to talk to cars. No, what? That is how careless we are as a country. That's how careless we are as a country. That's how careless we are as a country. It will be baby will be a Jumebiano. Or father saying the bottom in the food is important to him. That's what is happening, and it's very dangerous. Who declare Chiwo motorway this Saturday? Me call achi mohonum motorway. You try to only we no be. Buses are ye ni omo tu kwan nyina no. Kube ne rubber ne insure ne nyina tata
to fa window nim
na ana me so me hwehwe nim dodo 207 ba ko me ka ni dwane no me call ya na me ka so mpancho on parking or parking that's after on to robbers be 10 egu be 200 meters back kra na me so on park ya mbusa drivers na o so we hu na me say enti mo so motika nim nyina no motorway na a very decent area no there person e bo hoban no. Oh, my area who watch any time gravity traffic but wow, walai. Me too na kokra. Nobody is minding me. I feel me catch us a circle 200 meters back. Ekosiisen na say. Na yaji border tax I say the own news.
But what we go on why na Ekosiisen?
I disagree with those introduction of taxes but ye subani and me no. And you have problem all the time. Me see say me kura camera and I make catch us imagine one day obi e de cars are private omo nim de cars akese cars basa
omo to
ma fam pomam gua chichire owi aburo no chichire rubber black o tamam na guo
usuro sa o car mo be fi
yes
ba ekwan no ho de fi
em say zoom line beba no abepra ni nyina at no cost to mother Ghana na sebe o mame ana obra ana wofa
na
juma na yes ade na. So the country itself, it is not the NDC led by John Dramani Mahama or Nanado, even though they take the ultimate responsibility. Because Omonso Obi, Omonso Nko for Nankasa, Omuko Jina, Bina Nemu, or Miami Hodon office out on Omu super corrupt. DC form we Galamsey or Ghana. Party chairman, both sides, journalists, info. Corruptible acts and practices in Kwan. The president sits there and talk about let's fight this menace and free America, Germany, London. We are not bothered because we think today, we don't think tomorrow. Then you know so Jackson ma and maybe take you over from us.
Yeah.
So what are we leaving for them?
Yeah.
On my foreigners across here taking all the major industries in this country. Ghana for the Omunima and Piccadilly kiosk. Who are book 40 feet container asa. Because of training shame could be Malcolm type in Ibia. Wow. Said the young Cassiaba Gini to attack. And so look, go and check this tax of these foreigners.
Now I'm going to enjoy tax rebates.
Go and check the tax exemptions or whatever they have.
Exemptions.
Magana Ninian, I just say he wants to set up a giant company. Apart from so, no one fear for being the dom, Ghana for being the dom. No. And Mrebi Kran and Tata Bini Yoma Biomba Yeno. But you see down the Brewo airport area, Kobusa say, a whole one corner, see down. Some few years to come, every major plot or facility be a relevant will be owned by a foreigner.
Now, when I'm spending test road, crown over for you.
Why?
Spend a baby a China mall.
Why? Why? When we have all the big names and the Ministry of Ghana, but for political reasons, because that explanation about but for political reasons and other major reasons, they could have sprung up industries, companies, and big firms. All we know is pull him down. All we know is distraction.
Omanoka Galam say as Semino, Benjamin or say Terry, say, we'll be listening to you guys live at BBNE. Tell Omahene that we are waiting for you live at Wase Kropon next week. In Yami Adoma, if you're there, in now watch it. Yeah, about Wase Kropon with the Ekosiisen National Dialogue Series. In the Munina Mun Chang, Ewo, Oman Mamine Larry Dogbe, in Komo Larry said, Yan Komani di about book nonsense.
So, Mamma Chano Namin and Casao, I want to him about the book.
Okay.
Because what problem with Anguna? That is what I don't like about who's Yakasa.
Yeah, Casana to us. I want to change.
Yeah, where's your email? Bro,
Larry, Bibi Aboko there. Nyame adom Bibi Aboko. Nyame adom. Larry, me entie we, matese o say o some input be to make into sad discussion me entie o.
Me chow na me chia for. Now, I'm happy that you guys have, stuck your neck out and condemned this book or these books. Unfortunately, there are a group of people, including politicians, who are on social media platforms justifying this bigotry. And, I will restrain myself from not mentioning names. However, those books are misleading. They are misleading and dangerous to this country. And I hope that, everybody, including the president, will condemn this act. Because already at a point in time, he even had to come out and, say, listen, I apologize for saying, yeah, I can for. So he, the president, would even have to step out and get GES or whoever is concerned to withdraw this book from the system. There is no song in the Volta region that talks, that talks about those things that those guys have written in those books. There's no song, there's no poem, there's no saying that says, listen, Evers, or let's say what you and I will say, we are inward-looking people. That description was, came about through Victor Usu. Who everybody knows who Victor Uso is, the late Victor Uso is. At the point in time, he was under so much pressure that he had to go to Ho and apologize. He was even fined. You managed to try and snaps the no manner of things to apologize to Evers because he even regretted it. You understand? So why would a group of publishers sit down and in teaching kids or writing books for kids, you go and put a thing like this in your book, and you tell us, listen, when you wrote it, you had applied to the, national curriculum, whatever, and then while waiting, then as part of the book sneak into the system, and then book no never nine, and then you give the impression that you don't even know how the book, sneaked into the system. However, you make a promise that you are going to make the effort to withdraw the book. I mean, who do you tell this cock and bull stories to? And Obi, you were right. What happened to those books we used to read? Your friend said, Mensa and the Day.
Yeah, Charlie.
What happened to the the cock and the hawk and the hen?
And this football team, yeah. Obiba JK.
I mean, each of these stories told different stories.
Yeah.
Each of these publications told different stories.
Yes.
Mensa and the Day, if I do remember, talked about how beautiful boys and girls could be, at home. Do you understand? Fresh water, when you wake up, do this, do that. So you read those books with a lot of you develop duty through that. The hawk and the hen, it was just kicking against laziness.
Yes.
And then the Obiba JK more like improve upon your talent or something. If you have, football talent, improve upon it. Listen, the developed world are talking about science and technology. Japanese kids are able to do the watches that we buy here at a very expensive price. Yet some people write books and they are telling you about how, kids went and consulted a certain Efo who did juju for them. I mean, hey, class 3. And, have a son in class 3. And you're teaching him that, when it matters most, go and consult juju. Is that what these guys are teaching? And this is not about a politician whatsoever. It's about, a group of people who have sat down and decided that they were going to make money. And you are right in saying, listen, if you don't have anything to write about, why would you be, writing such things? What are the stories behind this? What are the stories behind such things? And you give this to our kids to go and read. The next when then you go and sit somewhere and be complaining. When they are not developing any business acumen, and then, they are lazing about the finish school, most of them unemployed graduate association, and then you sit down and complain. I mean, listen, we shouldn't even spend one more day in condemning this book. GES shouldn't spend additional hour to say, listen, parents, don't buy this book. Ban the book. Ban it, and then we should all witness it being banned. You don't do that to a people. You use, ethnic groups to sell your business and so on. What do you mean? Who are these guys? Who are these guys? And then you are sending us parents to go and buy. So you are going to buy, the teachers will recommend it. Go and buy this book for your kids because they are readers. And then you go and buy it, and then the boy who, an Ashanti boy is being taught to say, listen, before they are these people, they are inward looking. And then before they are, all they do is that they believe in juju. And that when you need something as an Ashanti boy, and as a Frafra, as an Nzima boy, when you are going to do something or you are going to play football, go and consult a juju man. In this era, when people are going to space, you are here teaching juju.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Nonsense.
It's unbelievable,
You
Larry.
don't do that to the people.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't. You don't. And you are dealing with kids, so you are dealing. We can laugh over it and also we can ignore it. But when the kids are taught, right from the word go,
it sticks. It sticks with them for life. Yeah,
it
it's
sticks.
true.
It sticks. Inward-looking people. I mean, very derogatory. And you have politicians sitting on Facebook and many other places justifying it. And
Larry,
we shouldn't do this to this country.
Nase. Why? Bibiania will talk again. Thank you for speaking up, and I hope the powers that be will reign in these publishing houses. Nafi, and 2 years. We say, Obi. I also remember this book, Mr. Kume's Shop. And there was also the confidence trickster telling all of us to be vigilant. And I remember that story as well. And that was the first time I met this phrase, the confident trickster.
Trickster was confident.
And Mr. Kume's Shop. Yeah.
Who do you say? Very lazy approach, lazy write-up.
Hopefully, voices be being Obi. This textbook, Buhaha, is unacceptable. Considering myself as a Voltairean, how can a particular tribe be targeted as Juju-loving people? And what a bad signal we are sending out there and the generations yet to come. Okay, wait for Walanyo will acquit here. Or say they should probe it and sanction those who supervised this write-up. Walanyo, thank you. Good afternoon, Obi. In a build-up to break the 8th chain in our political landscape, MBB as a political party need an experienced grassroots leader. Also, Dr. Kwame Free, as national organizer, is fit and ready to make this happen. Dr. Kwame Free,
Dr. Kwame Free. Dr. Free Banana.
Dr. Kwame Free.
Nebano.
You're down for no. Open national organizer. Let me tell you. We free Evans a free was a free contombra fawo cabra.
I said the no.
Yeah, I said no was a free also.
Yeah.
Oh really? Dr. Kwame Free, a young, sharp, smart.
And you're just sharp, super sharp.
Yeah, super sharp and smart guy. And you will see how that would pan out. But what to say, a Greek minister and so pay flag bearer. What?
Why Jaisa can't drama 7?
Ah, no, unya delegate.
Stop it. Oh, yes, I know you're there.
Hey,
Jaisa, please.
a Greek minister, some na make you. The president.
The crowd, bro, please. Mammy Chosuna, who be years and have a semi many problem. On country, moving the central for the question
and the delegate.
He will not even try on there. Please stop that. Papa no go try certain idea.
Presidency, no the president any.
Min kasa. Me say mo be yes na mo ko fa asem aba.
And on paper nimbia.
E do mo chire. You know.
Any.
E do mo chire.
A Greek minister Nelson presidential ambition.
A Greek minister mu de way.
Dr. Owusu Efiri Akoto president friend.
Hey, any musumu problem. Daily guy that will be there. We have a kaida idea.
A Greek minister.
Uncle for Kufi Kroda Kumara.
Akumaran Tomero. Dr. Owusu Efiri Akoto. Ope president Edio.
It's not true. Please, Munya Sadia. No, if you're 13 or 50, 15, who's our president as an agent? No one cried. They are calling Nipedian. Who's our president? Please. Chiasamio Kumam Namitin country.
National organizer of the ruling.
Oh, that's a national organizer.
Yeah, he's still the national organizer. Sami Ewuku.
Now, because Yaminsa will take you over.
So I know next year.
Okay.
Next year, na about one never.
And a Stephen Team, the chairman, incoming chairman.
Stephen in team.
This is about the 5th time. So, Castle Obeko, on Obeko.
Matissa.
So, Stephen in team, John Boadu, Yaminsa now if you acquire between Salam and Pope, and a Wanga. Alright, so Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem 94.7 FM. I don't know muntie we mame.